Today we're looking at our part number RFR12V1C. This is a single pole double throw remote controlled switch that we offer for sale on our website. When you purchase the unit, you will get a receiver module and a transmitter. This is the standard transmitter that's shipped with the unit. We also offer it with a waterproof transmitter. This transmitter functions the same as the other one, but it has an internal gasket that protects it from outdoor elements if you got caught in the rain or something like that. It's not waterproof to where you can hold it underwater, but it does protect against the elements. We also have a rechargeable transmitter that we'll sell with it. Rechargeable transmitter again works the same as the others. The advantage to this one is the battery life is 9 times longer than our standard transmitters. And when the battery dies, you just plug it in to a USB charger and it recharges the battery. Our standard transmitters are going to give you about 45 minutes of transmitting time, actually holding the button down and sending a signal. The rechargeable transmitter is going to give you about 9 hours of transmitting time. Alright, so the unit itself has 5 connections. There's at the bottom a positive and a negative terminal. That's where you're going to run your power to. This is the RFR12V1C. It's powered by 12 volts DC. We offer the same unit in a 24 volt version, which is hooked up the exact same way. It just has a 24 volt input on it instead of a 12 volt input. And that's going to power the control, and the control switches using the 12 volts DC. The other 3 connections, there's an NC, a COM, and an NO. That's normally closed, common, and normally open. Those are independent from your power source. So the power is switching the top 3 terminals, but it's not putting out any power. So you can switch any type of power you want. You can switch 12 volts DC, 24 volts DC, 120 volts AC, or 240 volts AC. The control is rated to handle up to 10 amps. So we'll start by going through the programming process. To do that, I'm going to use one of the power supplies that we sell on our website. I cut the connector off of it. If you want to do that, it works really well for powering this control. There's one of the wires has a white dashed line on it. That's going to be your positive lead from the power supply. So for this one, we're going to connect it to the positive terminal, and then we'll connect the negative to the negative terminal. And then once we go and plug it in, you'll see the program light lights up. So that just means that we have power connected to the unit. So to program it, there's a program button on the bottom left here. You're going to hold that program button down until the LED illuminates. Once it does, if you push the up button, it will program it in momentary mode. So wait till the light goes out, and you'll see now when I push the up button, the receiver activates. You can also set the control up in latching mode. Latching mode means you're going to push the button to turn it on, you push the other button to turn it off. So to do that, we'll hold the program button down again until the LED illuminates. And this time we'll hit the down button on the transmitter. You'll see every time I add a transmitter, it blinks one time, and then it'll blink rapidly and go out. So now, when I push the up button, the receiver turns on. If I push the down button, it turns off. Same thing on the first one that we programmed. So it's important to note that the last transmitter that you program, that's the mode that this receiver will be in. So you remember we programmed this one in momentary mode, but now it works in latching mode. The next thing we'll do, we'll show you how to clear the memory. So if you had a bunch of transmitters out there and one of them got lost, or somebody had one you didn't want to have it, you can clear the memory on it. To do that, you'll hold the program button down until the LED illuminates, let go, and then hold it down again. It starts blinking. Then it'll blink really rapidly and go out, and now none of the transmitters work with it. So we'll go ahead and reprogram them so we can show you how the unit works. I'm going to program all three of them in momentary mode, so we've got it. Okay, so again, we're not getting any power out of this, so we're going to need a power source to switch. To do that, I'm just going to use a little 12-volt battery, and I've got a little 12-volt light up here. So I'm going to connect my negative lead directly to the light, and you'll see if I connect my positive lead, the light's going to turn on, but we want to switch that. So what I'll do is connect the positive lead from my battery to the common terminal, and then we're going to connect the normally closed terminal. We'll start with that. We'll connect normally closed to the positive terminal on our light. You'll see it lights up now is whenever it's connected. So the common and normally closed are connected when the receiver isn't activated. If I activate the receiver, you'll see the light goes off. So normally people are going to use the normally open terminal. You know, they want to be able to turn it on and turn it off, but you know, the normal state would be off. So here we're going to connect the positive lead to the normally open connection. So now when I push the button on my transmitter, the light turns on. I let go, it turns off. Again, we can set it up in latching mode. Hit the down button to do that. The light goes off, and now I can turn the light on, and it's going to stay on until I push the down button and turn it off. One of the other accessories we sell with this is our long-range antenna. The long-range antenna is going to increase your range to about 500 feet. The normal range on this control is about 100 feet, but if this is in an area that's not really conducive to receiving an RF signal, or if you just need extra range, you can buy a long-range antenna. And it just plugs into this little white connector at the bottom of the unit. If you do buy the long-range antenna, there's a little silver loop of wire here. You'll want to cut that off and just cover it up with like some RTV silicone. What that does is it takes out the internal antenna that's here, so it'll only use the external antenna. If you have both of them going, they can interfere with one another and give you some interference. So all these products are for sale on our website, which is gammainc.com, www.gamainc.com. We keep everything in stock, and everything is proudly made in the United States of America.